My lovely students, welcome to Mathological. In this session, we'll be discussing some important GK questions for your examinations. Start करते हैं session. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, make sure to subscribe to our channel और साथ में also like the content if you are liking this session. And you can also join Telegram channel Mathological or can message me on Telegram at ADITYAKT. So, first question of this session: who founded the Forward Bloc after resigning from the Congress presidency in 1939? Bhagat Singh, Subhash Chandra Bose, C.R. Das, and Motilal Nehru. The answer is Subhash Chandra Bose. He resigned from Congress presidency in 1939 and found Forward Bloc inside Congress. Okay. Simple question, that's straightforward. Next one. Consider the following statements and find out which of the statements given above are correct. First statement: National Space Day in India is celebrated on August 23rd to commemorate the success of Chandrayaan 3. And second statement: International Yoga Day is observed on June 21st, corresponding to the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. So National Space Day in India is celebrated on August 23rd. Yes, that is right. And that is celebrated precisely because of the success of Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3, mission Chandrayaan 3 was successful and Chandrayaan 3 landed on moon on August 23rd, 2023. And this was landing on lunar south pole. मून के साउथ पोल पे लैंडिंग हुआ था. And India was first country to do that. First nation to land on lunar south pole, and overall fourth nation to land on any place on moon. Isn't it so? So for that reason, we are celebrating National Space Day on August 23rd. So that statement correct. Second one, International Yoga Day is celebrated on June 21st, observed on June 21st. That is also correct. And June 21st corresponds to summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. June 21st is the longest day on northern hemisphere. And that is why this is called summer solstice. And similarly, December 21st, exactly after 6 months, is the shortest day on northern hemisphere. And this is winter solstice. And these solstice events are because of axis, the angled axis of Earth. This is because of rotation of Earth. Okay. So answer is option C. Next question. The Financial Action Task Force is best known for maintaining the grey list and black list to combat which of the following: climate change violations, human rights abuses, money laundering and terror financing, or trade tariffs? The answer is simple: Financial Action Task Force. It maintains two lists, black list and grey list, to combat money laundering and terror financing. Okay, and black list is the extreme list, and this avoids, जो भी लोग ब्लैक लिस्ट में जो भी नेशंस होते हैं, those nations find it very difficult to get any loan from IMF or World Bank. And at present, the countries on the blacklist are North Korea and Iran. Okay. आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे. अच्छा, पाकिस्तान वॉज इन ग्रे लिस्ट सम टाइम बैक. तो पाकिस्तान काफी टाइम तक रहा था ग्रे लिस्ट में. जब ग्रे लिस्ट में था तब फाइनेंसेस में प्रॉब्लम होता था IMF वर्ल्ड बैंक से, बट अब तो बाहर आ गया है ग्रे लिस्ट से. सो अब बस कटोरा लेके खड़ा है, जहाँ भी लोन मिल रहा है लाइन में सबसे पहले. सो अब नहीं है ग्रे लिस्ट में पाकिस्तान, नेपाल इज देयर इन ग्रे लिस्ट, और बाकी नामीबिया एंड मेनी अदर कंट्रीज आते हैं. तो ग्रे लिस्ट हमारा सॉफ्टर है ब्लैक लिस्ट से. ब्लैक लिस्ट इज मोर एक्सट्रीम. ब्लैक लिस्ट में टोटल 3 कंट्रीज आते हैं, नॉर्थ कोरिया, ईरान और एक और नेशन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. मैचिंग लिस्ट 1 विद लिस्ट 2. लिस्ट 1 हैज OECD, FATF, IAEA, UNCTAD, और लिस्ट 2 में उनके पर्पस गिवन है. OECD इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर एनर्जी कोऑपरेशन एंड डेवलपमेंट. एनर्जी कोऑपरेशन एंड डेवलपमेंट. FATF फाइनेंशियल एक्शन टास्क फोर्स, प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में देखा ही. IAEA इंटरनेशनल एटॉमिक एनर्जी एजेंसी, एंड UNCTAD यूनाइटेड नेशन कॉन्फ्रेंस फॉर ट्रेड एंड डेवलपमेंट. Conference for Trade and Development. OECD, Organization for Energy Cooperation and Development. ओके, एनर्जी नहीं, इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन है। एनर्जी तो गड़बड़ बता रहा था। इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन एंड डेवलपमेंट। एंड OECD is a group, international group of developed nations. India is not a developed country, so India is not part of OECD. बाकी सबका पार्ट तो है इंडिया, बट इंडिया इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ OECD. एंड OECD is basically for economic policy coordination among developed countries. FATF का मेन एम क्या है? ग्लोबल एंटी मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स, IAEA न्यूक्लियर सेफगार्ड्स एंड एटॉमिक एनर्जी रेगुलेशन, एंड UNCTAD ट्रेड एंड डेवलपमेंट पॉलिसी फॉर डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज. ओके, A4, B2, C1 and D3. That is the order. Clear है? Next question. Indian paintings and regions we have to connect. Kalamkari, Pattachitra, Madhubani and Varli. Odisha, Bihar, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. So Madhubani is a famous Indian painting style of state of Bihar. Madhubani Mithila region से connected है. Similarly, Varli is related to Maharashtra. मुंबई में एक लोकेशन है सबब वर्ली, बट उसके नाम पे तो ये वर्ली नहीं है, बट याद करने के लिए अच्छा है कि वर्ली इज कनेक्टेड टू महाराष्ट्र. कलमकारी इज कनेक्टेड विद आंध्र प्रदेश एंड पट्टचित्र इज कनेक्टेड विद ओडिशा. पट्टचित्र इज बेसिकली पेंटिंग्स ऑन पेपर स्क्रॉल्स. पट्टचित्र, पट्ट पेपर, चित्र स्क्रॉल्स. ठीक है, पेपर स्क्रॉल्स, नॉट चित्र. चित्र इज नॉट स्क्रॉल्स, चित्र इज पेंटिंग, बट पेपर स्क्रॉल्स पे जो पेंटिंग होता है मेनली फॉर लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ, रिलेटेड टू लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ, इज कनेक्टेड विद ओडिशा. ओके, एंड वर्ली इज सिंपल पेंटिंग्स जो वॉल पे की जाती हैं, विमेन करती हैं. ठीक है, विद राइस फ्लोर एंड वाटर. तो वो सिंपल पेंटिंग्स, दो सिंपल पेंटिंग्स इन महाराष्ट्र विद ज्योमेट्रिकल आर्ट्स, ट्रायंगल, स्क्वायर और डिफरेंट शेप्स. सो दैट इज रिलेटेड विद महाराष्ट्र वर्ली. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Folk dances with their basic themes: Bihu, Garba, Ghumar, and Yakshigan. Bihu is connected with Assam, and this is basically a harvest celebration. And this is also a festival. Bihu folk dance भी है और festival भी है. Bihu festival is celebrated 3 times in the year. Harvest season में celebrate किया था 3 times, in the month of January, in the month of April, and in the month of October. Okay. So in the month of January, this is Bohag Bihu. April, this is Magh Bihu. जनवरी में होगा माघ बिहू. अप्रैल में दिस इज बोहाग बिहू. और लास्टली काती बिहू इन द मंथ ऑफ अक्टूबर. इन द मंथ ऑफ कार्तिक, काती बिहू. अप्रैल बोहाग बिहू, एंड जनवरी दिस इज माघ बिहू. तो 3 टाइम्स दिस इज सेलिब्रेटेड फेस्टिवल बिहू. और बिहू फॉक डांस भी है असम का. ठीक है, गरबा इज बेसिकली कनेक्टेड विद डिवोशनल डांस. इट इज अ डिवोशनल डांस ऑफ गुजरात अराउंड लैम्प. ठीक है, ऐसे गरबा में देखा होगा कि सर्कल्स में लोग नाचते हैं. ट्रेडिशनली गरबा इज सपोज टू बी कि देवी की मूर्ति या फिर लैम्प इज देयर एट द सेंटर, एंड देन इन concentric circles people dance. That is the tradition for garba. Ghumar is related with Rajasthan, royal folk tradition of Rajasthan. And Yakshigan is connected with, is the dance drama tradition of state of Karnataka का है, I believe. यक्षगान एक बार देखना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली हाँ कर्नाटका का है, कोस्टल कर्नाटका का. So yes, Yakshigan is related with coastal Karnataka, state of Karnataka. Okay. Next question. Arrange the following sequence of these pivotal events in the Indian freedom struggle: Quit India movement, civil disobedience movement, non-cooperation movement, Cripps mission and Rowlatt Act. So order में अरेंज करना है इनको. सबसे पहले क्या हुआ आउट ऑफ दीज? सबसे पहले हुआ हमारा रॉलेट एक्ट इन 1919. And Rowlatt Act was basically about unlawful detention. ठीक है, detention without any trial. लॉरेट एक्ट वाज अबाउट डिटेंशन विदाउट एनी ट्रायल, जिस पे भी सेडिशन लगा चार्ज लगा दो और उसको डिटेन कर लो विदाउट एनी ट्रायल, इवन फॉर अप टू 2 years. इसके अपोज में देयर वर सम रॉलेट सत्याग्रह, ठीक है, और आफ्टर दैट देयर वाज अनफॉर्चुनेटली a Jallianwala Bagh massacre that happened after this in April 13, 1919. And after that Jallianwala Bagh massacre, there was non-cooperation movement in 1920. So 5 followed by 3. Non-cooperation movement. Then civil disobedience movement was started in 1930s with famous Dandi March. Then came Cripps Mission in March 1942. और क्रिप्स मिशन का डिमांड क्या था? अल्टीमेटली क्रिप्स मिशन आया था सो दैट इंडियन सपोर्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर सेकेंड में जो ब्रिटिश पार्टिसिपेशन है उसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए. सो दैट इज वाई क्रिप्स मिशन वाज देयर इन मार्च 1942. और फिर इसके अगेंस्ट में क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट वाज स्टार्टेड इन अगस्त 1942. डू और डाई, करो या मरो. सो द ऑर्डर इज 5 then 3 5 3 2 4 1. ऑप्शन ए इज द आंसर. ओके, क्लियर है बात? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. The ozone layer is primarily found in the troposphere. The stratosphere is the layer of the atmosphere most suitable for flying jet aircrafts. Troposphere, stratosphere. Troposphere is the bottom-most layer of the atmosphere. ठीक है, bottom-most layer जो अर्थ सरफेस से जस्ट above का लेयर है, that is called troposphere. Tropo means changing. जैसे वेदर चेंज होता रहता है, ठीक है, ऑन दैट सर्फेस, ऑन जस्ट द सर्फेस अबव अर्थ सर्फेस. सो दैट पार्ट ऑफ एटमॉस्फेयर इज कॉल्ड ट्रोपोस्फेयर. और ट्रोपोस्फेयर के ऊपर आता है फिर हमारा स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर. एंड दीज टू सर्फेसेस आर अराउंड टिल 40-50 kilometers. Troposphere then stratosphere. Now since troposphere में we have clouds, a lot of clouds, and apart from those clouds, ठीक है, so that is why most suitable layer of the atmosphere for flying jets is stratosphere. The lower part of stratosphere is the most suitable surface for flying, not surface, most suitable part of atmosphere जहाँ पे कि flying jets can fly with minimum distraction, minimum disturbance, because वहाँ पे weather changes, winds भी नहीं आती, तो that is much calmer. तो stratosphere is the second part correct है. और ozone layer is primarily found not in troposphere but in stratosphere. Ozone layer is mostly in stratosphere. So first is incorrect, second correct है, option B is the answer. ठीक है. Next question. Arrange the layers of the Earth's atmosphere starting from the surface upwards. So first layer is troposphere. 2. After troposphere, there is stratosphere. After stratosphere, there is mesosphere. Meso यानी कि middle. So it lies in the middle, mesosphere. 5 layers are total. Mesosphere lies in the middle. After that, there is thermosphere, and lastly there is exosphere. Thermo and finally exo. So this is the order. Tropo, strato, meso. So 2, then 4, then 1, 2, 4, 1, 5, 3. Option A is the answer. And as we had already discussed, most of the flying jets find it very suitable in the lower stratosphere. और बाकी जो planes होते हैं, they also fly in the upper part of troposphere or lower part of stratosphere. So this is the very region where planes fly. Okay. ठीक है. Next question. Which is the only floating national park in the world? Only floating national park in the world. The answer is Kebul Lamjao National Park, and this is in Manipur. This is the only floating national park in the world. This is in Manipur, Loktak Lake. Is the vital part of Kebul Lamjao National Park. And Loktak Lake, as we discussed in the yesterday's session, have FUMDs. These fumdis are basically decomposed plant deposits. And these keep floating on the surface of the lake and they make a beautiful scene. These fumdis are part of Loktak Lake. Or Kebu Lamjao Leisure Park, that is also a floating national park. The only floating national park of the world. Okay. And this is also popular for Sangai deer. Sangai deer are found in this park, and Sangai deer are state animal of Manipur. Next question. Who is the author of the recently released book Why Bharat Matters? Shashi Tharoor, S. Jaishankar, Raghuram Rajan, or Vikram Sampath? The author is S. Jaishankar, the External Affairs Minister of India. Why Bharat Matters. And this book is on geopolitics and relevance of India in geopolitics. Next question. What is Agni 5 equipped with MIRV technology which was recently tested under Mission Divyastra? A drone that returns after dropping a bomb, a missile that can carry multiple warheads to hit different targets simultaneously, a submarine launched ballistic missile, or a hypersonic cruise missile. Which of the following is Agni 5? MIRV technology, that is multiple independently targetable vehicles, R से क्या था? Re-entry vehicles. Multiple re-entry independently targetable re-entry vehicles, MIRV. Okay, and Mission Divyastra. Agni 5 is basically a ballistic missile. Ballistic missile that can carry multiple warheads to hit different targets simultaneously. So multiple independent targetable re-entry vehicles. Option B is the answer. And the range of Agni 5 is up to 5,000 kilometers. 5,000 kilometers. And it is a ballistic missile. ठीक है, दो तरह की मिसाइल होती हैं प्राइमरली, बैलिस्टिक एंड क्रूज मिसाइल्स. सो अग्नि 5 इज अ बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल एंड ब्रह्मोस इज अ क्रूज मिसाइल. बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल्स का path is like this. ठीक है, they flow towards the target at a speed, or cruise missiles are flown at higher speed. ठीक है, they are cruising towards their target at much lower altitudes. Okay, so this is the path for a cruise missile and this is the path for a ballistic missile. Agni 5 is a ballistic missile, range is 5,000 kilometers, and BrahMos is a cruise missile of India. Both are developed by DRDO. I mean, of course, BrahMos is developed in partnership with Russia. ठीक है, Brahmaputra plus Moskva. Moskva river is in Russia and Brahmaputra in India. So BrahMos is the name for the cruise missile. And the speed of BrahMos is Mach 3. Where Mach is speed of the sound in comparative to speed of sound. Mach 1, Mach speed का notation है. Mach 1 is the speed of the sound. So 3 times the speed of the sound. That is why it is also called supersonic cruise missile. BrahMos is also called supersonic cruise missile. Supersonic यानी कि more than speed of sound. Mach 1 is the speed of sound which is 330 meters per second. So Mach 3 is roughly 1 kilometer per second. Okay. Next question. The Sela Tunnel provides all-weather connectivity to which of the following strategic regions? Leh Ladakh, Tawang Arunachal Pradesh, Lahore Spiti Himachal Pradesh, and Doklam Plateau. All-weather connectivity to which of the following regions? Sela Tunnel. And it was recently inaugurated. Not very recent, but in 2024. So answer is Tawang, Arunachal Pradesh. It connects Tawang with Assam. Tawang region in Arunachal Pradesh with Tezpur in Assam. So if this is the structure, let's say this is Bhutan, this is Tawang, and here in Assam, This part is Tejpur. So solar tunnel is somewhere in the middle. Look at this part, solar tunnel. That connects Tawang with Tezpur. And here this is China. Okay. Clear है बात? So solar tunnel is basically connecting to Sela Pass. And that is a bi-lane tunnel. This is also a bi-lane tunnel. So there are two separate tunnels for going on both directions. Okay. Then Doklam Plateau, that is also important to understand. Doklam Plateau, this is more important in relation with Doklam standoff that happened in 2017. And Doklam is the place in Bhutan. This is Sikkim. This is Bhutan. And this place is Doklam. In 2017, Indian Army and Chinese Army, they were in skirmish because of this Doklam standoff at Bhutan. Okay. And capital of Sikkim, that is Gangtok. Next question. Which country recently became the first nation to lose all its glaciers due to climate change, specifically the Humboldt Glacier? Iceland, Greenland, Venezuela, or New Zealand? Country to become the first nation to lose all its glaciers due to climate change. The answer to this is Venezuela. Venezuela is a country in South America. This is a country in South America. Okay? Venezuela. Recently, it lost its last glacier that was there, Humboldt Glacier. And this glacier was on Andes Mountains. Yesterday, we also discussed about Andes Mountains. And there was a reason, lithium triangle. With more than 60% lithium reserves. कौन कौन सी कंट्रीज थी? अर्जेंटीना, बोलिविया एंड चिले, ABC. ठीक है. ब्राजील इज ऑल्सो कंट्री जहां पे कि लिथियम डिपॉजिट्स मिले थे अभी रिसेंटली कुछ टाइम पहले, और वहां पे भी एक इशू चल रहा था ब्राजील में. ठीक है. बट मेनली लिथियम डिपॉजिट्स आर फाउंड एट अर्जेंटीना, बोलिविया एंड चिले. एंड वेनेजुएला इज द फर्स्ट कंट्री that has lost all its glaciers, including the Humboldt Glacier. That was the most recent. Last one. Next question. Forever chemicals or PFAS have been in the news for contaminating water bodies. What is the primary property that makes them forever? They are radioactive. They contain a carbon-fluorine bond, which is one of the strongest in the organic chemistry. They are heavy metals that sink to the bottom. They multiply like bacteria. Which of the following is the reason? Forever chemicals or PFAS, which are basically per or polyfluoroalkyl substances. Polyfluoroalkyl substances. Teflon is one of them, which is non-stick. So any item, whether that is a fabric or a cookware, if that is non-stick, yani non-sticky, so resistant to oil or heat or water, that most probably contains a PFAS. Because PFAS contains carbon-fluorine bonds, which are one of the strongest in organic chemistry. So option B is the answer. And that is why they are also called forever chemicals. Next question. Arrange the following planets according to their distances from the Sun, nearest to the farthest: Earth, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury. You have to arrange these planets according to their distance from the Sun. So which planet is closest to the Sun? The answer is Mercury. Mercury is closest. And after Mercury, we have Venus. After Venus, we have Earth. Then Mars. followed by Jupiter, and then Saturn, followed by Uranus and Neptune. So this is the order: Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. और जो प्लैनेट जितना पास होगा उसका रिवॉल्यूशन पीरियड उतना कम होगा. सो मर्करी का रिवॉल्यूशन पीरियड इज रफली 80 to 90 days. फॉर वीनस दिस इज अराउंड 220 days. अर्थ का तो है 365 days. फॉर मार्स दिस इज 690 days. फॉर जुपिटर अराउंड 12 years. फॉर सैटर्न 30 years. ठीक है, मैं लोकेशन याद रखने के लिए क्या कर सकता हूँ, अर्थ के बाद में मार्स 246, ट्यूसडे, थर्सडे, सैटरडे, सैटरडे सैटर्न, ट्यूसडे मार्स, मंगलवार, ठीक है, और थर्सडे बृहस्पतिवार, तो दैट इज जुपिटर. तो 246. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. मैच लिस्ट 1 with list 2 energy sources with their characteristics. Nuclear fission, nuclear fusion, photovoltaic cell, and wind turbine with converts kinetic energy to electrical energy. Wind turbine converts kinetic energy to electrical energy. The nuclear fission is basically splitting of heavy nucleus of uranium and other radioactive elements. Nuclear fusion is energy source of stars like sun, and photovoltaic cell is connected with using semiconductor junctions A4, B3, and so on. Option A is the answer. Okay, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding the emergency provisions. Statement 1. Article 352 deals with national emergency, war, external aggression, or armed rebellion. And Statement 2. Article 360 deals with financial emergency, which has been imposed in India only once in 1991. The first statement is correct. Article 352 deals with national emergency, and Article 360 also deals with financial emergency, but financial emergency has never been imposed in India. So that statement is, second part of the statement is incorrect. Option A is the answer. Okay. Next question. Consider the following 4 awards, Indian civilian awards. Arrange them in order of precedence, lowest to the highest. Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna, Padma Shri, and Padma Bhushan. Highest of them is Bharat Ratna. 2 should be at last. Smallest of them in the order of precedence is Padma Shri, 3, followed by Padma Bhushan, 4, and that is followed by Padma Vibhushan, 3, 4, 1, 2. Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and then finally Bharat Ratna. 3, 4, 1, 2. Option A is the answer. Okay. Next one. Who is considered the father of Green Revolution in India? Varghese Kurian, M.S. Swaminathan, Norman Borlaug, or Sam Pitroda? The answer is M.S. Swaminathan is the father of Green Revolution in India. Norman Borlaug is father of Green Revolution in the world. And M.S. Swaminathan is father of Green Revolution in India. Varghese Kurian is father of Milk Revolution, White Revolution. Father of White Revolution. Okay. And he is also founder of National Dairy Development Board, NDDB, National Dairy Development Board in Anand, Gujarat. National Dairy Development Board in Anand, Gujarat. And Sam Pitroda is also known for his role in telecommunications. Okay. So he's basically known for being related with telecom revolution in India. Okay. Next question. Which type of forests cover largest percentage of India's forest area? Tropical evergreen, tropical moist deciduous, tropical dry deciduous, or mangrove forests? So mangrove forests are very limited. So this is of course not the answer. The answer is tropical moist deciduous. They cover the largest percentage of India's forest area. Mangrove forests are found in Sundarbans, Bhitarkarnika, etc. Sundarbans, Pithakarnika, Odisha, and Sundarbans, West Bengal. Tropical moist deciduous is the most common in India, and tropical moist deciduous forests are found in places where rainfall is in the range of 100 to 200 centimeter. And these are seasonal. Basically, they shed leaves. Seasonal. They shed leaves. Okay. Tropical dry deciduous are found in more severe climates. ठीक है, रेनफॉल लेसर देन दिस होगा और जहाँ पे कि क्लाइमेट इज मोर अनसर्टेन. ठीक है, सो वहाँ पे वी हैव ट्रॉपिकल ड्राई डेसिडुअस. ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन is for rainfall greater than 200 centimeter. So they are found in Western Ghats and Andaman Nicobar Islands. Western Ghats and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay. So these are all the questions in this session. I believe जो भी डिस्कस किया वो सारी बातें क्लियर हुई होंगी. फिर भी किसी क्वेश्चन में कोई डाउट रहता है तो कमेंट जरूर मेंशन करना. और सेशन कैसा लगा? Also share your feedback for this. That's all for this session. Bye bye. Take care and keep learning.